Hello, boys and girls. It's Laura the Teach. Today we're going to talk about another type of fraction called halve. Halves. Halves is more than one. Half is 1/2. So if I were to take myself and split myself down the center, I would have one side of me that looks the same as the other side of me. I would have half of my body on this side and half of my body on this side. I would have two halves, which would make one whole me. So we're going to look at what half means. Now we've talked about fourths before, where we have four pieces that are the same size and shape, and they make up one whole piece. Today we're going to talk about halves, or halves if we have more than 1/2. And 1/2 is written by 1/2. For some reason my pen doesn't want to write very well. Let's try this again. 1/2. That's how we write 1/2. That means that we have two pieces that are the same size and shape, and one of them is shaded. Two pieces make up the whole shape. Two halves make up one whole. But if we take one of the pieces, it becomes one out of the two pieces, so we have half of the piece. All of these shapes are cut in half, and the two halves look the same on each side. They're the same size and shape. So we have a star, two halves make one whole star, but if we shade half of one of the star pieces, we now have shaded 1/2 of the piece. We've got something that looks like a T, and both pieces are the same size and shape. So we have two halves make one whole piece. If we shaded half of that, we have shaded one of the two pieces 1/2 of the shape. This egg has two pieces, two halves make the one whole piece. If we shade half of that piece, then we have 1/2 of the piece shaded and 1/2 of the piece unshaded. This rectangle is cut in half. So we have two pieces the same size and shape. If we shade one side, we've shaded 1/2 of the piece. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. That's an octagon, like a stop sign. And that is cut in half. We have two halves make one whole. If we shade half of that, we've shaded 1/2 of the shape. Now, we've done this with the fourths, where we look at the shape and we decide if it's a true fraction or not, if 1/2 is truly shaded. Now look at the first one. They did this for us. Here's a circle, and it's split into two pieces, but that is not half of the shape. So it is not a true fraction. So they put an X in the box to show it was not a fraction. Let's look at this. It looks like a butterfly, and it's cut in half, and the two sides are the same size and shape. And one of the sides is shaded, and that is a true half. So they put an check. Check. Yes, that is a correct fraction. So look at this rectangle. It is cut into two pieces, but is that half of the piece? Ask yourself this. If this was a candy bar and you cut it like this, but your friend got to choose which piece they wanted first, would you think that that was cut in half? No. So that is not a true fraction. So we're going to put an X in that box. Here we have a square, and it's cut diagonally, but are both sides the same size and shape? Yes, they are. And half of that is shaded. Is that a true fraction? Yes, that shows 1/2. So we'll check that. Next we have a rhombus. It looks like a kite. And that rhombus is cut down the center and both sides are the same size and shape. One of those pieces is colored in. Is that a true half fraction? Yeah, it is. So we're going to put a check. And this last one looks like a house, kind of. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a pentagon. And so that pentagon is split down the center this way, but look at the top is a triangle. Is the bottom a triangle? No. So is that a true half fraction? No, it's not. So we're going to put an X. Great job, you're catching on. Now look at our pictures at the bottom. They want us to shade half of the picture to show 1/2. They did the butterfly for us. There was 2 pieces and they shaded half of the butterfly. So what do you think we're going to do here on the flower? Good job, we're going to shade half. And they already split it for us. I'm going to do the bottom half. When I shade it, I don't color it in all the way. I just kind of fill in the area. All right, what about the bug? Look at that bug. Which part of the bug are we going to shade in? The top? Okay. What about the tree? Do you want to shade in the left or the right of the tree? The right, okay. So we'll shade in the right. What about this bug? What do we want to shade in? Do we want to shade in the left or the right? The left this time. Okay. All right, and our last picture of the tulip. Do we want to shade in the left or the right? All right, the right side. Okay. So we have shaded in 1/2 of those pictures. So half means you split something into 2 pieces and you take one of the pieces, you have 1/2 of something. Good job.